I've got a new property in Edgemont, South Dakota. My name's Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we offer unique and epic land in some pretty cool parts of the country. This is located out in the Black Hills, which is in western South Dakota, just the southern end of the Black Hills. This would make for a really great base camp out in western South Dakota or a good long-term investment. We truly believe in land as an asset here at Wilco Land. In this video, I'm going to cover a lot of common questions about this property. I'm going to go through these photos that we're looking at here, show you what we're looking at in terms of this property that we're advertising. I'm going to teach you how you can go view the property on your own using my favorite app, Onyx Hunt. And I'm going to talk about who the target audience is, some potential uses of the property, and all that good stuff. So sit back for a couple questions. I'll answer most of your questions, and I'll teach you how to go view this property and go over what I'm seeing. I'm going to start with a quick disclaimer. This isn't legal advice. This isn't real estate advice. This is me simply sharing my thoughts and opinions on this property with you through my own due diligence and my research in the industry and experience in the industry. So you as a buyer ultimately are going to have to do your own due diligence. But we're here to guide you on that journey, try to answer questions when we can. So stopping on the photos here for a minute, the property is located right here. You can see that. We're right in here. I believe even in some of these previous photos, you can see there's even some survey markers, it looks like. Right here looks like a survey marker. But, for the most part, this is a pretty good view looking at the street, looking at 4th Street from the back of the property. And there's an alleyway behind the property too where these houses are. There's an alleyway back here as well. So it looks like that's a survey marker. This is a really nice piece of land. It's really ready to use. It's flat. When I think about a property like this, we sell a lot of land like this. Number one, why do properties like this sell? The price is amazing. Where are you going to find a listing at this price point that's buildable? You could probably park a camper on it, maybe just throw a gravel pad down. Maybe it's a place to pull over on the weekends, explore the Black Hills. Other ideas, maybe a barn dominium, maybe just a storage shed for motorcycles for the rally, for all of your toys in the Black Hills. Maybe it's just a long-term investment in western South Dakota, which is, something I believe in, right? So there's a lot of reasons why somebody can use this property. When we talk about utilities, again, here's another good look at the property here. It does come up to the road right here, and it ends back in this alleyway. So boom, I'm kind of outlining the property right here for you. So really a nice property. Again, another aerial image. Somebody's come in and flattened this at some point, it looks like. Otherwise, that's just the natural topography. But again, we've got some really good photos showing this property in this area. It's just country living at its finest in western South Dakota. So, we like it a lot. Let me show you where we're at on a map. Here's Hot Springs, South Dakota. Here's Custer, South Dakota, Black Hills National Forest. Really, we're out here in western South Dakota, pretty close to like Laramie, Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, right down here. And then obviously you've got the Wyoming side. This is Devil's Tower and all that fun stuff. So this is really a cool base camp down here in Edgemont, South Dakota. You can see if I zoom in, we're all the way down here. There's campgrounds down here. The George Mickelson trailhead's right here. This is a 100-mile trail. The George Mickelson Trail goes all the way through the Black Hills up to Spearfish, South Dakota. So from Spearfish down here, it's 100 miles. Really a cool, really a special, bike trail, right? That George Mickelson one is. So that's what the property looks like on a map. Here's what it looks like on satellite imagery. Again, we can see like the photos really match up well with this aerial imagery. This is kind of the edge of your property, wherever this person's shed is. Where this person's shed is the other edge of the property. So should be pretty easy to visit the property if you're on 4th Avenue. You're basically right next to this shed here. And then this is the other property boundary, and you should see those survey markers. We saw that in those photos that we just looked at. And I want to show you the last thing I want to look at, and then I'll get into utilities and some more common questions. If you're going to go view the property, I want to jump right into this. Again, you're going to be in Edgemont, South Dakota. Here's H Street. Here's 4th Avenue. Again, you've got that shed right there, and you've got another one right here. The property's pretty well laid out right there. I like using Onyx Hunt. This is my favorite app for land viewings. You are going to want to do the private land ownership layer in South Dakota to go visit this. There's also an alleyway in the back of the property right here too. So you've got access from both those sides. Again, we talk about that. That's really what I would do for viewings. Again, you've got the Mickelson Trailhead right here. You could hop on this all day, right? You've got city parks and things like that down here in Edgemont, South Dakota. Really, really a nice part of the country, a rural part of the country, just on the south end of the hills. There's a red ring around the hills, so you've got these cool red rocks that surround the Black Hills. It's a really special part of the country, in my opinion. I fully back this property. I think it's an amazing long-term investment, even if you're not looking to use it right now. Land offers a tangible, usable asset that is this long-term investment, in my opinion. So getting back to the website, talking about it a little bit more, this specific property in Edgemont, South Dakota, it does have city utilities available to connect to. So you can run power, you can run water, you can run sewer to this property if you want to build on it. Otherwise, alternative ideas are doing like a dry cabin, maybe some sort of storage, some sort of storage setup with some sort of living quarters, or maybe even a place you lay some gravel down and you park your camper on the weekends. These are all different potential uses for that property. So feel free to go check that land out using the GPS coordinates that we have posted on our website. All I did was plug them in right here. It'll pull the property up on a map if you just plug those in. We have them advertised on our website right there. Again, if you're interested in other land for sale here at Wilco Land, take a peek at the homepage. You're going to find a lot of listings. I've got more stuff in the Black Hills. I've got something out in Arvada, Wyoming, 40 acres, and I own a 40 acre in Newcastle, Wyoming too, which is closer to like Spearfish and Custer, really in the Black Hills area. So get with us if you have questions. You can reach us here at 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.